everybody, and welcome back to a new episode where we Lunskut. We play our game in our own changed setting and universe of Waterdeep, now called Waterdale, with new elements of the Industrial Revolution. Of course, our key feature remains a long-lost treasure. Last episode, Fletch was confronted by Gamaya and Caspian about his part in the most recent accident, Edmund's overdose. He was now in charge of his own return back to his home, his house in Eldor. This episode, Fletch is expected to return to the ship with all the needed supplies for Caspian to start their voyage. But without further ado, let's all scoot into the paths of a new adventure. Fletch could hardly sleep a wink. He had been busy cleaning his room, setting his potions aside, and packing them neatly in their containers. Besides that, he had gathered all that was needed today for town, for grocery shopping. There wasn't much he'd need. He had a list and, well, maybe a bag to store the supplies. His eyes felt dry, sore from staying awake throughout the night, aside from falling asleep so now and then when exhaustion took over. But even in his hazy mind, with time the moon exchanged places with the sun. Morning rose, and with it, Fletch left in a hurry for town. As he stepped through crowded streets on steady paws, he was a bit overwhelmed by the amount of stores in one place. This was nothing like Waterdale, where shops were divided over a multitude of streets. Here, there were so many signs and confusing directions that seemed to make the advertised shops harder to find. Luckily for Fletch, Caspian had handed him a note with all the shops and locations needed. Herbal Haven and the Seaside Market. But even with clear directions, one tends to find himself lost just as easily. Between the confusing signs and mixed store signals, there seems to be a clear direction towards one place that captures his eye's attention. The Siren's Elixirs. A shop that seemed to sell potions and poisons. And Fletch was a simple man. And was he truly forced into this life, or choosing to remain in it? And Fletch always had a knack to give in, feed his lesser choices, so his paws took him forwards. A quaint, cozy shop tucked along the town square. Shelves are lined with vials of colorful liquids and exotic ingredients that create an air of mystery and magic. Inside hung a somewhat ocean-themed scent wafting through the place. Even the decor had themes of fishing nets, shells, and oysters.
You magically find yourself with 567 gold pieces. How did you get those?
Huh?
Fletch, how did you get those? Fletch, what have you done? What have you done? Do you not remember?
No.
Hello, how may I help you? You seem a little lost.
I just came across this store. I need some more supplies. Kind of running out.
Would you like to see the shop list?
Yes, please.
Alright.
Where the fuck did this come from?
Did you have a blackout, Fletch?
Wait. What do you see?
What? I said nothing. I just asked if you wanted to have the list.
Okay, maybe I still have a lot of other things on my list for groceries as well. I think I'll be right back.
Here's my list. Don't worry.
Here, there was an odd array of potions and poisons. You see, the poisons here were extreme, brutal, violent, and Fletch had never seen these specific products sold for such a steal, such a cheap pricing. From pain to paralysis to dreamless sleep followed by death or internal bleeding and even spontaneous combustions.
Those are some very good poisons you have here.
Of course. We do not ask questions. We just sell. You know, we do grand sales if you buy. Buy 2 potions, get 1 free. Buy 2 potions, get 50% off your second potion.
I mean, there are 2 potions that I'd be interested in. I'd like to have 1 vial of nightshade poison and 1 vial of essence of ether.
I love the fact that Fletch is here without a voice of reason.
I'll throw in the nightshade essence for free as well then. Your total will be 135 gold pieces. I hope you enjoy your purchase.
Why
Do not question.
is there so much free?
Did I not mention it? Buy 2, get 3 free. I thought I mentioned that.
Oh, I suppose you might have. I feel like there's a catch here.
Not at all. If you pay me the 135 gold pieces, you are free to go.
But here is the 135.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your purchase.
I certainly will. Good day.
Good day to you too.
See, how do you know my name?
You said it when you walked inside. I introduced myself, you introduced yourself.
I didn't think I ever mentioned my name.
You did.
It must have escaped my mind. Well, what else was there being said?
Nothing much. Just you entered, I introduced myself, you introduced yourself. And then I gave you the list of potions and poisons.
Fletch left the shop with a bag full of new poisons. 1 vial of nightshade poison, a potent poison that causes paralysis, essence of ether, a powerful anesthetic used to render a creature unconscious, nightshade essence, which causes hallucinations and severe disorientation, potentially leading to death. But that wasn't all. But first...
Does he look back?
Yeah.
To what store did you go? There's an abandoned building there. Where did you go inside?
What the fuck just happened?
Oh, that's so interesting.
Okay, he checks for the poisons that he bought, if that's like, if he
They're still
imagined
there.
that.
No? And you are missing 135 gold pieces. That's strange. And you still have the 567.
What the fuck just happened? Where? What happened?
Oh. Where do you go now, Fletcher?
He looks back one more time.
It's still not there. In fact, there's not a building at all.
I just love Fletch going.
Wait. There's not a building at all?
No.
Wait, so we went from a store to an abandoned building to...
It's just an alleyway.
Huh?
Why are you standing? What are you doing?
What
You're
the
being
fuck?
weird. People are staring at you.
Am I in a different location?
No? You are in the town square. Of Coral's Point.
His mind was a haze, and his thoughts fractured. What happened, and who was that? He was utterly in disarray. Only when he caught on to people staring, judgmental looks in their gazes, did Fletch readjust himself. The list, yes. Better continue grocery shopping. With determined steps now, Fletch made sure to gather the actual supplies. And in the meantime, Edmund woke up across the sea. Edmund slowly became aware of his surroundings, even though everything felt hazy and distorted. He felt conscious or awake, but couldn't seem to open his eyes nor get his muscles to fully listen to his requests. That was the first thing he felt as he woke up. Confusion. Then, followed by a deep sense of pain. His head pounds, each heartbeat sending waves of pain through his skull. He tried to open his eyes, but the light is blinding, stabbing at his senses and forcing him to squint. Where was he? The last thing he remembers are fragments. A card game, laughter turning to chaos. His stomach churns violently, and he realizes he's on the verge of vomiting. Edmund turns his head weakly to the side, feeling the dry heave start, but there's nothing in his stomach. There's an odd sensation on his arm. A hand? Was someone holding him? Keeping him from moving? He turned his head slightly. Gamaya is there, her face a mix of calmth and exhaustion. She had been sleeping, but woke up because of his squirming. She eased him back down on the bed, and only when she was certain he would stay down and rest did she move away to sit down in her chair. She seemed to have grabbed the one from his desk to keep watch.
Easy, Edmund. You'll only make it worse.
What happened?
You scared me, that's what happened. Edmund, you've been unconscious.
I'm fine.
No, Edmund, you're not fine. We will lessen your drinking. I will not risk your life. For now, just remain seated, okay?
She adjusts the pillows behind him, more carefully this time, guiding him into a supported position rather than letting him struggle for it. She moves like she's always known how to take care of him, and Edmund allows it, albeit stiffly. Gamaya studies him, really studies him. Pale, weakened, stripped of that usual sharp tongue he hides behind. There's something unbearably soft about him like this, fragile in a way he'd never allow if he had the strength to stop it. No, not like this. Not when he can barely sit upright. Not when his pride is already wounded, his awareness dulled. She wanted him. She fully wanted him. Not when he was not entirely himself. She shifts suddenly, as if deciding the moment has lingered long enough.
Actually, I have something for you.
I wasn't conscious. You did not need to reward me for it.
I didn't make it now, my dear.
She brings it into view. A small teddy bear, clearly handmade, crocheted with care. The stitching is slightly uneven in places, the proportions just a little off.
I made this a long, long time ago, back when I first met you. You didn't have anything, not a single toy. I thought I'd give it to you when the time felt right. You never seemed like the sort who would accept it before, but I think we're past you throwing it away now, aren't we?
It is crooked. You made this. I suppose it would be wasteful to discard something you've clearly invested time in. Thank you. Where is Fletch?
Not here.
I gathered that. Where is he? I would like to see him.
Fletch is not in the house. Not in Waterdeep. I left him at Coast Point.
What?
Edmund, don't. You need to be calm. Don't exhaust yourself.
That's not a small difference, Gamaya. How will he get home?
I'm aware.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking you nearly died.
I remember pieces, not all of it. Enough. It was my suggestion.
This does not excuse him.
It does make me responsible. If anyone is to blame, it's me. I knew what I was asking for. I insisted. These are my consequences.
And he knew better. You're not thinking clearly when it comes to that. He is. He gave an addict exactly what he wanted, Edmund. That is negligence at best, cruelty at worst. He does not help you, Edmund.
He is my friend.
Then he should act like it. A friend does not hand you the thing that will kill you.
You are being harsh.
I am being correct. I will not have him near you.
You do not get to decide that.
I do when it concerns whether you live or die. You stopped breathing, Edmund. You went still, and I could not wake you. I will not lose you to this. Not to him. Not to your own impulses. Not to anything. I don't accept threats to your life, Edmund. Not even the ones you willingly invite.
Then, in that vulnerable moment, Gamaya reached for him. Edmund felt a familiar sensation, a yearning for care and nurture that he had carried with him throughout his life. For once, he didn't have to be the capable and strong one to feel cared for, vulnerable and held. Those eyes, filled with genuine concern for his well-being. He felt something. Edmund's eyes, avoiding hers, lingered on the floor as he grappled with his own fears. She hadn't hurt him yet. A fear clinging to him from the past. Why did he yearn to escape? This wasn't the same woman who had once hurt him. Her eyes held a different, softer expression. Sweet, like his mother. Although he couldn't close the entire distance, he approached close enough to grab her arm, leading her hand to his upper arm. He allowed her to hold him. Just one hand, nothing more. The distance remained, offering a sense of safety, yet he permitted her touch, a small reassurance that she saw his pain. Gamaya waited patiently for the man. She didn't force herself, she didn't push him, no. All that she was persistent. She could see his struggles, his contemplations, but she didn't budge.
He made a mistake.
He made a choice.
Yes, and people tend to learn from those. When I feel better, when he returns home, let me speak to him. You should speak to him also.
No.
Yes. You do not have to forgive him, you do not have to trust him, but you should at least allow him the opportunity to understand what he has done.
I understand.
To try and correct it.
I understand perfectly well what he's done.
Gamaya, you once hurt me, and I allowed you to stay. I gave you the chance to prove that you were more than that moment. Extend him the same choice.
That is not
It
the
is
same.
close enough.
He could have killed you.
So could you have?
He can speak to you, but I will be there, present in the room at all times, and I will talk to him. I still don't like it.
You are not required to like it.
If he does not change, I will remove him. Why won't you just stop? The drinking, all of it. You know what it does to you.
I know.
Then why?
Because I want freedom.
From what?
From everything. I do not like feeling trapped. Expectations, roles, appearances. People deciding what I should be, how I should behave, what I should want. Relationships, routines, even my own thoughts at times.
Your thoughts?
They don't always cooperate. No, but besides that, I know telepathy from my parents, after all. I don't always feel in control of the direction my life is taking. There's always been something between what I'm supposed to be and the part of me that would rather run away from it entirely.
That's not freedom.
No, it's not. But it feels pretty damn close.
Edmund.
There is something else you should know.
What is it?
It is not something I've shared with anyone. You know more about me than anyone else already. And I find I would prefer not to carry this alone any longer.
You don't have to.
When you are raised a certain way, it doesn't leave you. Your entire life becomes an exercise in earning approval. You perform, you adapt, you succeed, because that is what is expected. The colors I wear, the sigil, it's as though I never left.
Edmund.
I used to think there would be something at the end of it when I ran away from home. That all of it would amount to something worthwhile. That there would be a moment where it all makes sense. I have been holding out hope that perhaps he would become a better man.
Oh, Richard.
Yes, and yet I still seek his approval. I always will. I have built something.
What kind of something?
A business. It has been successful.
Edmund?
It operates on familiar principles. I offer loans, and when those loans cannot be repaid, they repay in other ways.
What do you mean, other ways?
Their souls.
No. You're using infernal contracts.
I am.
Edmund.
People come to me because they need something. Money, stability, survival, I provide it.
And you take their souls in return.
When they fail to meet the terms, not all of them do.
That's your defense.
It has grown beyond what I initially intended. There are hundreds now. Men, women, children.
Edmund, children?
And I cannot stop.
You can!
No, it is expected of me. He writes regularly, and I know he is proud.
Of course he writes.
He sends money, guidance, expectations.
And you just follow them?
No, not always. I began this business alone. I built this myself, but it comes so easy. It is what I was made for.
No, it's not.
I walk in his footsteps, whether I intend or not. And I am better. I am not bound the way devils are.
What does that mean?
It means I can bend the terms. I can alter wording, adjust outcomes, break parts of the agreement, while the rest remains intact.
You're serious?
I am not a devil, and yet I make the contracts. The system itself breaks.
I don't like this, Edmund. Not even a little. But you need help.
With what exactly?
With you. You don't sleep properly, you drink too much, you smoke too much, you barely eat, and when you do, it's terrible. You don't hydrate, and you spiral in your own head until you make reckless decisions. You need structure, you need balance, you need something that isn't this.
And if I do not want that?
Then I want it for you. You're not trying to live, Edmund. You're trying to stay in control long enough to decide where it ends.
You are talking about my 5-year plan. I would rather still have the choice.
Then I'll give it to you.
What?
If what you fear is dying, then we remove that fear. I will make you immortal.
You're serious.
Yes, you are their child. It is your birthright. If that's what it takes to keep you here, that I will find a way. You don't have to run from life if it cannot be taken from you. And you won't have to face it alone. But this, Edmund, this will need to stop.
While this takes place, there is one more soul in the story, busy with his own journey. Fletch, on the other hand, is walking back to the ship. He makes determined haste. His bag is stuffed with supplies. There are rations, medical supplies, fabrics, and cloth, name it. But amidst his success, as he walks, a breeze drifts by. It floats on the air as it's carried over, and with it, a scent. It comes originally from behind him, but all too quickly envelops him. A smell. Sea... oceanic? It's fresh, salty, and it hits his nose all at once, overwhelming his senses. He stumbles, eyes shut tight, but did he stumble or was he pushed, shoved? There was a sensation, the feeling of a hand briefly resting on his shoulder, as well as a weight added to his bag. In shock, Fletch whirls around, but no one's there? Fletch reaches for his bag, looking through his supplies to find the culprit behind the extra weight. And as he opens his bag, scanning through the mess of supplies, he finds something new. Wooden, somewhat round, like a water droplet. A box? It was not there before. He inspects it, but quickly ignores the odd occurrence. After all, our little mouse friend was in a hurry. So, with or without a box, he needed to run back to the ship. He left it in his bag for now. He'd look for answers later. And with that, well, I think that's it. Thank you for listening to our episode of Ludenscoot, with many more to follow. Next episode, Edmund and Gamaya might meet a familiar face coming home. But for now, we've bothered you enough. Bye-bye.
Laters.
Adios.